Hello and welcome into the LUTV Sports Desk. I'm Cam Sanderson alongside me, Jakolby, Longino. The NFL Draft wrapped up this weekend, and both teams from Texas got an opportunity to make their teams just a little bit better. Jakolby, talk to me about how you felt Houston and Dallas both did this weekend.
I'll start off with Houston. I think Houston did a great job getting C.J. Stroud some weapons and helping him build on to what they already have in a good receiver room with Nico Collins and Tank Dell, and also having a good running back in Joe Mixon. So I feel like getting C.J. some weapons and him being the top quarterback that he is and having some depth, because last season they seen had some injuries in the receiver room. And they also lost Stephon Diggs in free agency. So I think they did a good job going to get some receivers.
Yeah, I mean, one of the clear issues for the Texans coming in this one was going to be receiver. Tank Dell obviously going to probably still be battling that injury coming into the season. And like you mentioned, Stephon Diggs out. And we even saw, Nico miss some time.
Yeah.
Jaden Higgins, I love that pick. I like Luther Burden a little bit more, but I love the Jaden Higgins pick. And that's great for building their wide receiver room. My issue with what the Texans did, and some fans have agreed with me, I've gotten in arguments with others, 9 picks, you go O-line once. C.J. Stroud was the second most sacked quarterback in football last year, behind Caleb Williams. The Bears went and improved their O-line significantly. We watched that through the offseason, but the Texans didn't do that.
Yeah.
So you have to spend some of those 9 picks towards O-line, not just one. And so my concern is for C.J.'s health. I mean, how can he handle that if this wide receiver room stays banged up and you're running with second-team guys, third-team guys?
I think C.J. is a pretty tough guy. I think he's last season, they truly threw him in the fire. He was tested in all ways, and I feel like the O-line, his first year, they were pretty good, and I feel like as long as they get the weapons that they need around him to get the time in, I feel like he's truly an elite passer. What he did his rookie year, I mean, we just never seen nothing like that until this season when we saw with Jay Daniels, and I think CJ is going to get the Texans going, and I think with their defense being who their defense is and one of the top defenses in the NFL, I think as long as CJ is able to protect the football and get on the same page with the receivers, I think that the Texans are going to be a very hard team to stop in the AFC.
Yeah, and let's mention the Cowboys. Obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan, and I tell you, it hurt me a little with Golden on the board, watching them go Tyler Booker at 12. It felt like that was a trade back opportunity, but as the draft went on, the picks were good. And honestly, at that point, the hurt I felt for Tyler Booker at 12 went away. One of them, Donovan Ezeraku, fantastic edge rusher, could have been a first-round talent. I thought for sure he was going in the first round. So watching him fall into the 40s at our pick, adding that, pressure on the opposite side of the ball where, we just lost DeMarcus Lawrence. Now you have this guy coming in with Micah. It's going to be a nasty duo. One of the other problems with Dallas was the defensive back room. Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, obviously have been facing injuries. They go and get a guy like Siobhan Ravel.
Yeah.
Once again, another guy that could have went in the first round. So seeing 1, 2, and 3 be guys that should have all been, 1, 1, 1, that's a little exciting. And then you go and get a guy like Jaden Blue.
Yeah.
And it's been a minute since Dallas has had a speedy running back. Zeke, when he first started, before he gained the 50, 60 pounds, whatever he added to himself, we have not had a speedy running back since 2016. Yeah. So there is a lot of excitement about Jaden Blue. I tell you, the one thing I am upset about is no wide receiver. Jalen Tolbert as wide receiver 2, that's not going to work. You got to have a star guy at 2. So I'm hoping that they figure that out in the offseason moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway is Jaden Blue. I mean, I've been watching him for a long time. He's a special guy, special talent. I think he's going to come in and make an immediate impact on the Cowboys, and I think that Dallas, as long as they keep Dak Prescott healthy and keep CeeDee Lamb on the right track, I think they're going to be a really hard team to stop.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jakolby. And thank you for watching LUTV Sports. For more content from LUTV News, make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and X.